Hello and welcome to CS Knits. I am Chandra, your host. Today is November 2nd, 2014. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's starting to get dark out. I apologize now for my ponytail and non-makeup and exhaustion face. It seems as though tomorrow I'll be 12 weeks pregnant, and I feel like I'm getting more exhausted now than I was previously, like in the first stages. Haruda says, oh, you're so exhausted, like 4 weeks, then you'll start to come out of it at like 11 and 12 weeks. Well, on top of it, now I'm getting a cold, and I'm tired. My poor husband. We've been working he's been mostly working his butt off at the motel. This is why it's been so long since I've done a video post, because we've been crazy doing projects. It's officially in what we consider to be off season of the motel, where things start to slow down and you can kind of catch up on things that you need to be done. So we have got starting on like October 10th, my parents came up and we started doing, we have new water lines in the motel. We have not a new sewer line, but the sewer line was fixed because for whatever reason, one side of the motel was always having problems. Well, come to find out that the reason it was having problems is because there was a piece of pipe that somehow got smushed down and then cracked. So our sewer's been fixed, we have new water lines, new electrical. We have an ice machine finally, because the previous owners had like an under-counter ice machine and they would scoop it, which was fine. We could have dealt with that, but we had a couple storms this summer, and one of them actually blew the pump out. And so instead of buying a new pump, we just decided to get an actual motel ice machine so that the customers could dispense it themselves. So we finally got that. Now we're into actually getting to remodel some of the rooms. So here in the next week or so, I guess we'll get like flooring and that kind of stuff. We have new beds ordered. We have new lights and that kind of stuff to get, and so we'll start actually remodeling, which is a little bit fun, but it's also exhausting, and that takes away from knitting, boring, relaxed time. So it's a good thing that it's happening, because then we're getting caught up and there's less that we'll have to do later on. And at least this way, I'm doing May, and so that's kind of the start of our on season for the summer. So we'll kind of just get to relax and just deal with customers, which in its own right is interesting. So I've really only been working on a couple projects straight through, and I finished my dad's socks, which I don't think I got to show you the finished product, but I wanted to have those done so that when they got up here I could send them with him. And he sent me a picture when they got home of him wearing them. He said they are lovely and comfy, and they fit, which is good. So I've been working on my husband's socks very unenthusiastically. The thing that I noticed, because the whole skein is that kind of colors, there's not a lot. The picture, it actually kind of looks like there's some changing, but there really isn't that much change. It's kind of just an unexciting knit. So it's hard to get through, because you can't, like when you have a self-striping sock or a sock that's changing constantly, it can be a little bit more exciting, because you're like, ooh, what's coming next? Or get to the next color, get to the next color. This, you have it, but there's like not much of get to the next color, get to the next color. So I'm working on those. Those have been on there, and I will show you. This is the blanket that I've been working on forever. And I started out with 17 skeins, and I have 5.5 left. So I'm getting there. Hopefully I can have it done before Christmas, because it would be nice to have it done to where he can actually use it. This is for my grandma's husband, and I don't remember. It's like Bernat. It looks like a ladder stitch, but I don't even know what the name of the pattern wasn't really like ladder blanket. It was like Bernat number da 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 da. And you can see it kind of looks like steps. And the yarn is Bernat Softy Chunky in Nature's Way. And it's just blues and browns and whites. That's what I have so far. And like I said, I have 5.5 skeins left. The fun thing about getting to do this is when I pulled it back out, I discovered some stash that I had forgotten that I had because I had packed it underneath the blanket and the blanket skeins. So I got to rediscover that. And I found a bunch, well, not a bunch, a few of Sugar and Creams, which is just 100% cotton. And this one is called Batik. And I think I'm going to just make these actually into fur socks, fur frags. This one is called Playtime. So, Batik, Playtime. And this one is Violet Stripes. And so I'll get to play with those. I found those. I'm going to go through what I found for you because that's about the only excitement that I can give you in this video. I found some. Most of these were all either Christmas presents from last year for me, or I ordered them about the time of Christmas. Most of these are going to be gifts. This one is not. I think the rest are all gifts. This is Ice Yarns in Super Sock. I don't know the color. Super Sock. There's a picture, I guess, of maybe what it's looking like. I'm not too sure. Orange and blue and purple and pinks and grays, and I have 2 skeins of those, and they are 100 grams, 75 superwash wool, 25% polyamide. So those will be socks for me. And then I was in Michael's. They had this pattern, and it was one of those that just hang up in there free. And I thought, well, that looks really cute. And my brother had actually gotten me a few sets of them. He got me this one. They're 268 yards. This one is called Aqua. And I'm going to pair it with navy blue. And then he got me another set of that same kind of yarn. And this one is in Arbor Rose. And I'm going to pair it with, this is not the same kind of yarn, but it's the same weight. And it's Vanna's Choice in Kelly Green. I thought that those would be really pretty together. I'll probably do an all pink with the green spots on it. And then he got me a couple skeins of Impeccable Glitter. And I actually really like the cowl pattern on here. It's on ultraviolet. You can see the sparkles in it. And there's, I don't know if you can really see the pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and I think do the pattern. I think the pattern calls for a couple skeins, and I do have 2 of them. And then he got me Red Heart Boutique in Midnight. And most of these I have patterns already previously picked out for them. This is like really dark blues. It's a mixture of different blues. Some sparkle in there, and I have 2 of those. And like I said, most of these I had patterns previously picked out, and they're saved on the jump drive, which is where I save all of the patterns that I want to do. And so luckily I don't have to try and I'll just look them up and be like, that's what I wanted to do with it. I really liked the pattern with this one, but I think I'm doing it in a different, okay. I'll show you the one I'm doing. So this is the pattern, and it's a shawl. And this is the Petunia colorway, which is just purple. And I have two of those, so I'm doing the actual pattern on the label for those. For those two, and I have quite a few different ones of those. This is the Boutique Unforgettable. Gorgeous colors. This one is Carrot. And it's really soft and smushy yarn. I don't think it's going to be that fun to knit with, because it is kind of, I don't know if you can tell, but see how fuzzy the top part is? So I think it's kind of going to be a pain to knit with, but the result will be pretty enough to make it with it, I guess. I have two of, he got me a lot of this one, which is cool. I mean, it's pretty. This is Dragonfly, and I think that these two are actually potentially different ones. Yeah, but they were close enough to where I was like, whatever. And that's called Dragonfly. And these have been smushed in here for probably a year. And then this one is called Candied. And it's really pretty. It reminds me of a baby, like a baby sleep sack. Oh no. But it's really pretty. So those are the ones that I found. And that just kind of opens it up so that I have more excitement, at least, because I found them and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot all about these. And he did really good picking and picked really pretty things, so I'm excited to finally break into those. So that's all for my knitting. I have nothing else for my knitting, and I don't really think, I told you basically everything personal going on. I really don't think that there's anything else. I told you how far along. I told you the motel stuff. I think that that's it. How boring of a show. Sorry. Hopefully I'll be able to, my plan is to get these finished, this blanket finished. Obviously the plan is always sooner rather than later. But I kind of really have to get going on it because my mom told me that the doctors themselves, I guess, have given my grandpa's husband not very long. So I do want to get it done so that he can at least enjoy it for a little while. And then at that time maybe pass it to my grandma and my grandma can use it. I don't know. I don't know if she will. It's pretty boyish colors. But I know that they like blankets in general. So they're older and seem to always have like their house set to 80 and still under blankets. So I thought a blanket would have been nice. At the time that I started doing it, he was on, he had just started, it was hard because I wanted to have it done because he was planning to start chemo, another round of chemo, and I thought, well, that'll be nice for him to take with him to his appointment. That way he can have something kind of to just cover up with and cuddle and just be surrounded with love. Well, he unfortunately started, not unfortunately, he started it sooner than was originally anticipated for him to start. So I wasn't able to start the blanket because I had to order the yarn that I wanted until like 2 weeks after he started his chemo, and he finished it, and it was kind of like everything else in life was happening. So unfortunately this blanket got put on the back burner. And now I need to just sit down and work on it specifically because Anthony's socks can wait. I know that I want to break into my own socks, but they can all wait. I had a goal previously set to have a new pair of socks on the needle every month, And I've basically done it. They haven't been necessarily all for me, but I've been able to basically accomplish that goal. But right now, I can't get this box to close. I keep the socks in just a little hard case on my little set thing here. So basically, this needs to get jumped to the forefront because it does need to be more important right now than socks for us. And that's true. I really want him to be able to enjoy it and just kind of be surrounded with love and happiness for a while, and know that we're thinking of him even from here, because I don't think we'll get to see him. I mean, we'll probably see him at the holidays if we go down there, what have you, but we probably won't get to visit him a whole lot. I know that he won't be able to make it out here. It's about an 8-hour drive, I guess, from where they live, and he barely wants to drive an hour down to see my parents. So at this point, unless we go there, we won't be seeing much of him. So hopefully he'll be around when we have the baby, and then maybe we can take a weekend and go see them. That would be wonderful. So with that being said, I am going to end this and get to work on this and my homework. I forgot. Schooling is also in play. So that's life here, and that's all of my knitting. And yeah. So down below, go ahead, show me what you're working on. I'm always welcome to new ideas and things that might pique my interest. So keep your needles clicking. Bye.